What if I told you that the reason 97% of people never manifest their deepest desires has nothing to do with their techniques, their commitment, or even their belief systems? What if the real reason lies in a specific frequency that's missing from their energetic signature? A frequency so fundamental to manifestation that without it, all other methods are essentially useless. Today, I'm going to reveal this missing frequency, the vibrational component that separates those who effortlessly attract their dreams from those who struggle despite doing everything right. This isn't another lecture about positive thinking, visualization, or affirmations. Those approaches have value, but they're like trying to drive a car with no engine. You can have the perfect vehicle, the best fuel, and a clear destination, but without the engine, you're not going anywhere. The missing frequency is that engine, the fundamental vibration that powers the entire manifestation process. Before I reveal what this frequency is, let me explain why understanding it matters so deeply. Every day, millions of people practice manifestation techniques. They visualize their desires. They create vision boards. They recite affirmations. They practice gratitude. They take inspired action. And yet the vast majority experience minimal results. Their dreams remain distant. Their desires unfulfilled. This creates a devastating cycle. Hope followed by disappointment. Effort followed by frustration. Faith followed by doubt. Eventually, many conclude that manifestation simply doesn't work for them, that perhaps they're somehow flawed or unworthy of receiving what they desire. Nothing could be further from the truth. The real issue isn't your worthiness or ability. It's simply that you've been missing the fundamental frequency that activates all other manifestation practices. To understand this missing frequency, we need to examine how manifestation actually works at the quantum level. When you hold a desire in your consciousness, you're essentially creating a vibrational pattern, a specific frequency that communicates with the quantum field of infinite possibilities. For this communication to result in physical manifestation, your personal frequency must achieve what physicists call coherent resonance with the frequency of your desire. This is where most people encounter an invisible barrier. They can clearly visualize what they want. They can feel positive emotions about it. They can take actions toward it. But if their fundamental frequency lacks the specific vibrational component I'm about to reveal, these practices create what scientists call destructive interference rather than coherent resonance. In simple terms, their conscious efforts are being canceled out by an unconscious frequency that's operating beneath their awareness. So what exactly is this missing frequency? It's what I call sovereign resonance, the vibrational signature of absolute self-authorization. Sovereign resonance is the frequency that communicates to the universe that you are the ultimate authority in your reality, that you require no external permission, validation, or approval to receive what you desire. This isn't about ego or arrogance. It's about energetic sovereignty, the absolute knowing that you have the inherent right to create and experience whatever you choose. Most people are unconsciously operating from what I call permission-based consciousness, a frequency pattern that constantly seeks external authorization for their desires. This pattern manifests in subtle but powerful ways, needing others to validate your dreams before fully committing to them, unconsciously checking if your desires are allowed by social standards, feeling you must earn, deserve, or prove your worthiness to receive, waiting for signs or perfect conditions before taking decisive action, seeking approval from authority figures, even spiritual ones. These patterns create a fundamental frequency that communicates to the universe, I am not the sovereign creator of my experience. I need external permission to receive what I desire. The universe, operating through perfect resonance, simply reflects this frequency back to you, creating experiences where your manifestation always seems to require someone else's approval, permission, or validation. This is why so many people feel blocked despite their best efforts. Their conscious techniques are being undermined by an unconscious frequency of non-sovereignty. The good news is that sovereign resonance can be activated through a specific protocol that rewires your fundamental frequency at the quantum level. This isn't about positive thinking or affirmations. It's about a precise energetic recalibration that shifts your entire relationship with reality. Let me share the exact protocol for activating sovereign resonance in your energy field. Step 1. Sovereignty Recognition. The first step is recognizing where permission-based consciousness is operating in your energy field. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably with your spine straight. Place your hands palms up on your thighs. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Then ask yourself these specific questions, paying careful attention to the sensations that arise in your body as you contemplate each one. Where in my life am I waiting for permission to receive what I desire? Whose approval am I unconsciously seeking for my dreams? What authority figures, parents, society, religion, government, am I giving power to determine what's possible for me? In what areas do I believe I must earn or deserve before I can receive? As you ask each question, notice where you feel contraction, heaviness, or resistance in your body. These sensations reveal the specific locations where permission-based consciousness is stored in your energy field. Place your hand on each of these areas and silently declare, I now recognize this pattern of non-sovereignty. I see how it has limited my creative power. I am ready to release it completely. This recognition is crucial because sovereign resonance cannot be activated until you clearly perceive the patterns that have been blocking it. Step 2. Sovereignty Reclamation. Once you've identified the patterns of permission-based consciousness, the next step is reclaiming your energetic sovereignty through a specific frequency activation. Place both hands over your solar plexus, the area just below your sternum. This center is what ancient traditions called the seat of personal power, the energetic location where sovereignty is either expressed or suppressed. Take 7 deep breaths, directing your breath specifically into this area. With each exhale, make a strong audible sound, a tone that you can feel resonating in your solar plexus. This sound activates what quantum physicists call coherent vibration, a unified frequency that reorganizes chaotic energy patterns. After the 7th breath, declare with absolute conviction, I now reclaim complete sovereignty over my creative power. I am the ultimate authority in my reality. I need no external permission to manifest my desires. My right to create comes from existence itself, not from any outside source. I am self-authorized in all dimensions of my being. As you speak these words, visualize a radiant sun expanding from your solar plexus, dissolving all patterns of non-sovereignty throughout your energy field. This isn't a mere visualization, it's a quantum activation that literally changes the vibrational signature you're emitting. Step 3. Sovereignty Embodiment. Reclaiming sovereignty intellectually isn't enough. You must embody it physically to create the complete frequency shift. Stand up and take a stance that physically expresses absolute sovereignty. Feet firmly planted, spine straight, shoulders back, head held high. This posture isn't about aggression or dominance. It's about claiming the physical space that is yours by right, establishing what biologists call territorial resonance, a fundamental frequency of all living beings. From this sovereign stance, move your body in a way that feels completely self-authorized. This might be a spontaneous dance, powerful movements, or simply stretching in ways that your body, not your mind, dictates. The key is that the movement comes from within, not from external instruction or expectation. As you move, declare, I now embody complete sovereignty in my physical form. My body is the vessel through which my creative power flows. I claim my right to exist fully in physical reality. I need no permission to occupy space and express my being. This embodiment practice activates what scientists call somatic coherence, the alignment of physical and energetic patterns that is essential for manifestation in the material world. Step 4. Sovereign Creation. With sovereign resonance now activated in your field, you're ready to apply it directly to your specific desires. Return to a seated position and place your hands in a specific configuration. Right hand over your heart, left hand extended palm up. This creates what ancient traditions called the circuit of manifestation, connecting your heart's desire with your receptive capacity. Focus on your deepest desire, the dream you most want to manifest. But instead of focusing on receiving it from an external source, experience yourself as the sovereign creator of this reality. Declare with absolute knowing, I now create your specific desire through my sovereign power. I do not ask, hope, or wish for this reality. I authorize its existence through my conscious command. It manifests not because I am worthy or deserving, but because I am the sovereign creator of my experience. I need no permission to have this. It is done. As you speak these words, feel the shift from asking the universe for something to commanding it into existence as the sovereign authority of your reality. This creates what quantum physicists call causal potentiation, the activation of specific possibilities in the quantum field through conscious authorization. Step 5. Sovereign Action. The final step is translating your sovereign frequency into physical action that carries the same vibrational signature. Identify one action you can take immediately toward your desire, not from a place of trying to make it happen, but from a place of already being the sovereign creator of this reality. This action might be small, but it must be taken from the frequency of sovereign resonance, not from permission-based consciousness. Before taking this action, place both hands over your heart and declare, I now move through the world as a sovereign creator. My actions carry the frequency of absolute self-authorization. I need no external validation to proceed. I am self-moved, self-directed, and self-empowered in everything I do. Then take the action immediately, carrying this frequency into physical expression. This activates what manifestation experts call resonant causation, actions that carry the same vibrational signature as the desired outcome, creating accelerated manifestation through coherence. For maximum effectiveness, practice this complete protocol for 21 consecutive days. This specific time frame creates what scientists call neural resonance restructuring, the rewiring of neural pathways to support a new fundamental frequency. As you practice, you'll notice distinct shifts in your manifestation experience. First phase, days 1 to 7. Increased awareness of where permission-based consciousness has been operating in your life. A sense of liberation in specific areas where you've reclaimed sovereignty. initial resistance from old patterns trying to reassert themselves, moments of unprecedented clarity about what you truly desire. Second phase, days 8-14, decreased concern about others' opinions of your dreams, spontaneous inspired actions without needing external validation, accelerated manifestation of smaller desires, a new relationship with authority figures in your life. Third phase, days 15-21, natural embodiment of sovereign resonance without conscious effort, significant breakthroughs in long-standing manifestation blockages, others responding to you differently, reflecting your sovereign frequency, major desires beginning to manifest through unexpected channels. Now, let me address some common questions about sovereign resonance. Isn't this just about being selfish or disregarding others? Absolutely not. Sovereign resonance isn't about dominating others or ignoring their boundaries. It's about recognizing that your creative power comes from within, not from external sources. True sovereignty actually increases your respect for others because you recognize and honor their sovereignty as well. When everyone operates from sovereign resonance, relationships become collaborations between equals, not power struggles or dependency dynamics. What if my desires affect other people? This is where many get confused about sovereignty. Your sovereignty gives you the absolute right to create your own experience. It doesn't give you the right to override the sovereignty of others. When your desire involves others, sovereign resonance attracts those who sovereignly choose the same experience. It never manipulates or controls others against their sovereign will. How is this different from just being confident? Confidence is a psychological state. Sovereign resonance is a fundamental frequency. Confidence can fluctuate based on external circumstances. Sovereign resonance remains stable regardless of conditions. Confidence is about believing you can achieve something. Sovereign resonance is about knowing you are the ultimate authority in your reality. The difference is subtle but profound in its effects. What if I don't feel sovereign? Isn't that being dishonest? This question itself reveals permission-based consciousness, the belief that you need to feel a certain way before you can claim your sovereignty. Your sovereignty isn't determined by your feelings. It's your inherent nature as a conscious being. You don't need to feel sovereign to be sovereign. You simply need to recognize and claim what has always been true. The feelings will align as your frequency shifts. As you integrate sovereign resonance into your being, you'll discover that manifestation becomes not something you do, but something you are. Your desires manifest not because you've mastered certain techniques or because you've finally become worthy enough to receive. They manifest because you've activated the fundamental frequency of creation itself, the vibration of a being who is fully self-authorized to create reality through conscious command. This is the missing frequency that transforms all other manifestation practices from empty exercises to powerful tools of creation. Begin this protocol today. Activate sovereign resonance in your field. Experience the transformation not just in what you manifest, but in who you become. The universe has been waiting for you to claim your throne as the sovereign creator of your experience. It's time to stop asking permission and start commanding reality. If you found this understanding of sovereign resonance valuable, I invite you to explore my video, Key 5, The Quantum Field Response, How to Activate Universal Forces, where I reveal how this sovereign frequency connects with the quantum field to create reality-shifting results. Share in the comments your experience with this protocol. Where have you been operating from permission-based consciousness? What shifted when you activated sovereign resonance? Your insights might help others recognize the subtle patterns that have been limiting their manifestation power.